What's life in Bangkok, Thailand really like? Just finished my meal at a 60-year-old restaurant, chicken and rice. The master chef right here. And always full of people. But today we'll discuss all the goods and the bads of living in Bangkok, Thailand. And of course, food is going to be one of those topics. But first, let's get to the most important thing that we all think about when we move abroad. That is dating. So how's the dating pool like in Bangkok, Thailand? First of all, there are a lot of women, if that's what you're looking for. Young, old, foreign, Thai, have your pick. But beware, because it's not as easy as it sounds. Because we live in the most visited city in all the world, you're gonna find that people come here to hustle more than to find love. And especially the women, because they are of course in high demand. So sometimes you talk to a woman, you feel like you're getting along and starting to fall in love. Maybe you make her your girlfriend. You invite her over, hang out or watch a movie, and she'll ask you for a fee to pay to her workplace so that she can leave to hang out with you. Or she'll invite you to a fancy bar or 5-star restaurant and you have to pay the bill. It's sad, but that's the reality here. Not just Thailand, other countries in Asia as well. The other thing you have to watch out for is ladyboys. I'm not sure what it is, but Thailand, one of the highest rate of ladyboys that I've experienced since my travels. I came from Canada and then Vietnam and then here to Thailand, and yes, ladyboy is a big thing here. So sometimes when you talk to a lady, she looks young and beautiful. However, you cannot tell that she was actually born a male. For that reason, you must dig deep to understand who she is before you get any more serious with her and waste your time. Some easy way to tell, of course, is if she's taller than normal, if she has a big frame, and shake her hand, see how it feels. If it's big and strong, then she might be one. And also the voice gives it away. When you talk to her for a while, you can kind of tell. Even if they took hormones, you can kind of tell from the voice. Because the Adam's apple, sometimes it goes away. They're very good with technology now, so you cannot tell. Even the crotch area, if you look, there's no way to tell. So, dating, I think excellent. If you speak Thai, you can have an upper hand for sure. There's going to be so many options for you. The women here are generally very kind and caring. And if she's a regular woman, just having a typical office job, or she works in retail, or she's a student, chances are she actually will not take advantage of you. She will just pay her fair share or perhaps invite you to some very cheap, inexpensive restaurants. So the women in Asia, specifically here in Thailand, excellent. Very nice, very feminine and good energy. Let's move on to our first issue, which is traffic. Because this is the largest city in Thailand, and if you live especially around the center, which is about Nana, Sukhumvit area, or even Silom, you're gonna find that there is a lot of traffic. Aside from the people walking, you're gonna see a lot of cars, tuk-tuk, motorbike, you name it. So maybe if you wanna avoid traffic, use the BTS. So this is a way to go up to the SkyTrain. But during rush hour, expect there to be hundreds of people waiting and rushing onto the train. So much so that you may not even fit on that train and you have to wait for the next one. That often happens around rush hour. Of course, weekdays, after work, or people going to work. And the third issue is the air quality. And one of the reasons may be because of the high traffic. There's so many cars and bikes zooming around every single day, bringing people to work, but also tourists coming here to explore the city. So the air is kind of stuffy. Sometimes I go outside, I have to bring a mask with me just to block all that gasoline fume smell from going into my nostril. traffic and the fume is definitely a huge issue here. The cars go super fast. I don't know why the authority don't do anything about that, but they are always zooming, especially the motorcycles and the tuk-tuk. They go at 80, 90, or even over 100 kilometers per hour, and it's not even the freeway. I took a tuk-tuk yesterday, and the guy was zooming and bouncing all over. It seemed like we're going through every pothole that we found on that road. Literally, my hat and my shirt feel like they're flying off. By the end of the ride, my hair looked like the trainer that looked after Mike Tyson back in the 90s. So definitely, that's going to be a big issue if you like a nice, serene, quiet area with really good air quality, maybe some nature, then perhaps maybe Bangkok is not the place for you. Number 4, we're going to talk about food, which is very important. You eat 2-3 times a day, some of you more, some of you less. But of course, for that reason, food is going to be an important factor. As you can see, there's always food everywhere you go, especially you live in Bangkok. Street food, restaurants, fancy restaurants, you can find it all here in Bangkok. Mostly, of course, you're going to find Thai food, and they are quite cheap. They're going to go for around 50, 60 baht, which is around $2. Expensive, it's going to go over 200-300 baht, which is roughly $12 to $15. You cannot go 2 steps without finding some kind of food stalls or a restaurant or a shopping mall where there's a huge food court. Mostly, of course, you're going to find Thai food, but they do have diverse food. People here love Italian as well as Japanese food. But whatever you want, Indian, Vietnamese, Chinese, you can find it here for sure. The service is quite good, especially if you sit in a restaurant. But generally, Thai people are very friendly, hospitable, and they're very polite. So you can expect good service at any shop you go. And also, tip is not mandatory. So you pay whatever the price is. And if you feel generous, you can drop a 20 or 50 tip depending on how you feel. Food safety, generally if you stay away from street food, especially those places that has meat out without any real refrigeration, then you should be okay. Smell the food, look at it before you eat for extra safety. But my time traveling here, I was a-okay. I don't eat that much street food, but once in a while, if it's something that looks delicious, like fried chicken, I'll definitely go for it. And I've been okay since. Never had a stomach ache, never had any problem with that. So food here, very cheap and abundant. Usually a dish would go for about 50 to 60 baht, which is $2 Canadian. But if you want to eat something more fancy, expensive, it's going to run you around 250 to 300 baht, which is around $10. There's also many convenience stores. 7-Eleven is everywhere. So if you want something quick and cheap, 7-Eleven opens 24 hours. You go in and grab something. They have an oven, microwave, and toaster to cook up food for you. So you can never go hungry here in Bangkok. All right, number 5, accessibility. When you walk around, everything is accessible. That's why I love living in the city center. Whether you're trying to go shopping, go for a date, watch a movie, or go grab some food, there's always something to do here in Bangkok. See, right now I'm walking at night market and I just randomly found myself here. I actually came to eat. I did not search out for any souvenir or any products, but it's very beautiful, nicely set up, and has everything you need, from purses to watch, shirt, anything you want. Bangkok has it, and it's cheap too. All these items that you can see, 100 baht is $4. You can buy socks, nails, tons of items to buy. And because it's produced in Asia, the people here get it for quite cheap, and you can pick it off of them. But make sure you're gonna have to bargain as well. And check the quality of the product. Like here, something looked like AirPod. Not sure that it's going to last a long time. So you wanna make sure you check the product before you purchase it. But yeah, Bangkok is super fun. Everything is so convenient. From your hotel room or your condo where you rent, you can step out and pretty much anything you need is within a 10 to 15 minute walk. And if it's anything further, you can jump on a grab bike. It's super quick and cheap here. $3-4 can give you a ride for 15-20 minutes away, and you can reach pretty much anything you want and you'll never be bored. Number 7, we're gonna talk about the safety in Bangkok. Bangkok is actually a very safe city. Thailand in general is a very safe country because the people here don't carry any weapons. They are very nice, they don't want any confrontation, and sometimes if you're just being reasonable, people have no reasons to fight with you or start any problem. So don't be ridiculous. If there's a yelling match, just cool down and walk away yourself. Don't try to win an argument or anything like that, especially when people are drunk, drinking at Khao San Road or some kind of clubs. That's when usually problem starts. And it can take a millisecond to escalate any situation. So make sure if you see some people being very aggravated or some really evil character, you feel the energy, walk away. But in general, it's very safe. I talk to a lot of Thai people, including women, young women, and they say they walk around normally and feel completely safe here in Bangkok. And most of them have lived here for 10 plus years. So if you're a traveler or you're an expat living here, don't worry, you can walk around and you can feel at ease. The only thing that may be unsafe is the traffic, like I say. When you cross the street, look both ways twice because you never know where all these cars and tuk-tuk are coming from. And most of the time they don't yield for you actually, more often than not. So you have to watch out for yourself and be safe out here around the traffic and the roads. In terms of rent, there is a lot of availability. If you're looking for a place to rent, there's many options. If you're traveling here for a short period, like 1 or 2 weeks, I would advise to book a place for maybe 2 or 3 nights max, and then negotiate or look for a place that suits you better, because you never know if there's some noise issue or you can't get somewhere or there's a curfew. So don't rent the whole 2 weeks that you're gonna be here. And if you're renting long term, then make sure to negotiate the pricing. If you start your rental contract during downtime, which is the rainy season, then you're probably gonna get a better price. But if you come here during peak season around February, March, and you're trying to get a good deal on a condo, it's gonna be tough. So make sure you do the timing right. Number 9 is the culture. Thailand is a kingdom. So you're gonna find palace here, and it's a Buddhist country. So you're gonna find a lot of beautiful temples, and their architecture is just surreal. The way that they invest and put a lot of effort into making everything look very glamorous and beautiful. And there's a lot of history too. So if you go further to the north, in Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, or even down to the south, in Phuket, you can find a lot of really old infrastructure. It's called Old Town, and they turn it to the night market on a weekend. So you can go and discover that, get some food, and see the beautiful architecture that was left here from decades ago. Also, if you're here, try to learn some Thai, because if you don't know the language, then it's going to be very hard to get around. So I would advise to at least learn the basics. It's not just for the dating, but also to understand more about the culture and get to know the people and buy the products at a better price. Because when you start off with English, they're usually gonna surcharge you at least 20 to 50%. Something that costs you 20 baht, they'll call it 30 baht. So if you speak Thai, you can get around that quite easily. But of course, if you live here for a long time, then you would know the price is everything. Just be firm on it. And if somebody try to overcharge you, just simply walk away. But Thailand in general is a really good place where they speak a lot of English for an Asian country compared to a place like Cambodia or Vietnam. Thailand use a lot of English, especially among the younger generation. Now they're going to school to learn English as part of their curriculum. So within 10 to 20 years, a lot more people are going to start speaking English, and the experience for a traveler here or an expat is going to be quite comfortable. Alright guys, so those are the 10 points I want to talk about regarding the safety and lifestyle here in Bangkok, Thailand. If you have any question or additional comment, put it in the section below or reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook at Darren Walking By, and we can definitely discuss more about your question. For now, goodbye from Bangkok, Thailand. Safe travels everybody, and make sure to subscribe and like the video. Alright, peace.